Alright, hello guys, welcome back to the new edition of this particular YouTube channel at Your Pro Tips. Alright, so I promise you guys that I'm going to do the simple 5 model of straight winning, and this particular strategy will only involve just last 10 games only. It's a very simple strategy, very simple but strict. It is very strict but very simple. Alright, so we have 5 models and just one optional extra model. You can call it the sixth model of this particular strategy. And if you are new to this particular sport trading of a thing, you guys can okay, for straight winning. What is the meaning of straight winning? So it means predicting either the home team to win or the away team to win. The match must not end up in draw, and the team that you are supporting must not lose. Actually, most times if you use this particular strategy, you will be restricted to some odds that are very very small, that some people can regard as maybe ridiculous odds around 1.20, 1.10, 1.09. But luckily you can get some odds that will be around maybe 1.62, sometimes 1.40 or 1.50 odds. Alright, so without wasting much of our time, if you are new to this particular sport trading of a thing, you can learn more about how these particular markets work. But it is very simple. It is just like looking at predicting which team will win, either the home team win or the away team win. It's very simple. Alright, now, so moving on to the models. So for model 1, I call it the win frequency model. The win frequency model, the goal of this particular model 1 is that you need to pick the team with the highest win rate in the last 10 games. It's very very simple. So I'll be using a particular game now as an example, because let us first check a particular game that we are actually expecting the home team to win, and I'm going to tell you the home team or the away team to win, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I will not be using that particular match again. Alright, now, so I'll be using a particular game as an example, even though the bookmakers are currently allocating a very very small odds to it. So it's just like a Saturday game, so under the Bulgaria League. That is alright, so this particular game, if you guys check this particular game very well, check the odd. Let's check the odd that the bookmakers are currently allocating to this particular game. Alright, now, so the odd that we have happens to be 1.26 odd for the home team. Alright, now, so as I said earlier that we have 5 model to this particular strategy, and 3 out of this particular 5 must be met by any game that you want to predict. So for model 1, I call it the win frequency model, and as I said earlier that you need to pick the team with the highest win rate in the last 10 games. So this is the head to head of this particular game, and we are only going to look into the last 10 games. So how will you use this particular model 1? The first thing that you need to do is that you need to count the winning in the last 10 games of each team, and at least minimum requirement of 6 win is expected for the team that we are expecting to win the game. Alright, so we are expecting the home team to actually win the game. And we want to check in the last 10 games, do they have maybe like 60% and above win rate. At least 6 out of the last 10 games ended up as straight winning. And the opponent, which happens to be the away team, must not have more than 4 wins. They must not have more than 4 wins. They should be having 4 wins or below. Now let's check this particular game. So the last 10 games, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Alright, so this happens to be the last 10 games of the home team currently, and let us count the total numbers of the winnings that the home team actually had in the last 10 games. So we have this. So this is 5. naturally naturally so far the winning is not up to 6. The model 1 failed for this particular analysis. The model 1 failed for this particular analysis. And don't forget I said that out of this particular 5 models, this particular analysis must have at least 3. It must be able to get at least 3 accurately out of the 5 models. Now the first model, which happens to be the win frequency rate, failed for this particular analysis. And the second model, that is the home or away strength model. Now this one deals with the last 10 games of the home team, last 10 home games of the home team. That is, you won't count just the normal way we counted the last 10 games. You are going to count it like, okay, in the last previous games that the home team have had, how many games did they play at home that they won? And what we just need there is that the goal of this particular model is that you need to get at least 5 winnings from the last 10 home games from the home team. At least 5 of it, they must have won it. And for the away team, they must not win more than 3. Now let us check for the home team, which happens to be Fracture. So we have one, we have another one here, sorry, let me start again. So they played at home here, 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 they played here. All right, now so we have the last 10 games that they played at home. So out of this particular last 10 games that they played at home, we are going to check them, and if we are able to get 5, at least 5 winnings out of it, we are going to check for the away team too. They must not get more than 3. All right, so let's count. So I think they had a straight winning here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least we are able to get 5, 6, even more than 5, 7. Okay, 8. All right, so out of the last 10 home games that they played, they won 8 out of it, at least 80%. And checking for the away team, in the last 10 away games that the away team played, they must not win more than 3. Let us check. And please, before I proceed, regarding to this particular rules that I'm applying on this particular strategy, this is based on my own strategy. So there's no secret behind all these total numbers of points that I'm allocating. It's something that you guys can also do. It is very simple, but so far something is actually working. I don't see any reason why you cannot also do it yourself, or if you want to apply your own idea or generate your own model, it is very simple. All right, you just need to generate your idea and test it over time, and if it is working for you, then that is your model. It's very simple. All right, so this one, you are going to check the last 10 away games. So let me count. All right, now so we have the last 10 away games that the away team actually played against other opponents, and we are going to check this particular last 10 games, and they must not have more than 3 winnings. So let me check. Alright, so as you can see, they only had just 1 game won. Actually, for this particular model too, which is a home or away strength model, this particular analysis actually made up with it. So don't forget, we did the first model which I call the win frequency model. This particular data that we have for the for the last previous games against other opponents failed in the first model, and for the second model, which is home or away strength model, we actually get what we actually want. So we have three more models to go, and the third model is the goal advantage model. So what is the goal of this particular model 3, which is goal advantage model? What you just need to do here is that you need to choose the team that score more and concede less. So condition that require that meet with this particular model is that based on the last 10 games, the team must have at least 16 plus goal difference, more than more than 6 plus goal difference, that is more than 6 goal difference, that is if you minus the goal scored and the goals conceded in the last 10 games, at least the team that you are supporting must have at least plus 6 goal difference. And for the opponent, that is the team that they are currently playing against, they must not have more than 0 goal difference. Either they have 0 or minus. So in this particular scenario, as you guys can see, we have the goal scored for the home team at 25 goals and they conceded just 11 goals. And checking for the away team, they scored just 5 goals and conceded 19 goals. This is just a fast method that you can use, but if you want to use the normal process, you just have to come back here, check the last 10 games, count the total numbers of goals scored by the team, and subtract it from the goals conceded. So the main gist about this thing is that the away team must not have more than the weak team, the underdog, must not have more than 0 goal difference. That is just the gist about the model 3. Now for the model 3, for me, this particular data, for this particular start, this particular game actually meet up with the model 3, so I need just one model to meet up with this particular strategy. So we have the model 4, and don't forget we've done 3 models so far. The first model, that is a win frequency model. That is where you are going to check the highest win rate, the team with the highest win rate in the last 10 games. And model 2, which happens to be the home or away strength model, this is when you are going to check if the favorite team you are expecting to win actually had at least 5 winning in the last maybe 10 games that they played, while maybe at home or away, anywhere they are currently playing in this particular current game. And the third model, that one deals with the goal advantage, and we are moving on to the consistency model. So one of the beautiful thing about strategies, and that is the reason why we always have different strategies regarding to all these particular strategies that we've been doing so far, all these over 1.5 goals, corner strategy. The reason why we always have different strategies is because of consistency. Sometimes a particular strategy will be working out so well for you, and before you know it, it will start failing. So that's why we need to keep changing, keep moving, and keep getting something new every day. Alright, so in this particular model 4, which I call consistency model, what you just need to do here is that you need to identify the teams that rarely lose. Like, at least what is the condition of this particular model for in the last 10 games. You need to check for the home team. This is our favorite team to actually win this particular game currently, the home team. So you need to check their last 10 games and check if they did not have more than 2 losses in their last 10 games. And for the underdog, the opponent must have 4 or more than 4 losses in their last 10 games. So for the favorite team to actually win this particular game, I'm going to check their last 10 games and see if at all they had they have currently maybe less than 2 losses. So we have 1 2 3 4 sorry. So far with this particular 3 losses in the last 5 games, 1 2 okay sorry 1 2 3 With this particular 3 laws, this particular game has already failed model 4, because they must not see. As I tell you guys that this particular model, this particular strategy is very simple but strict. With this just 3 laws, this particular model, this particular analysis has failed model 4. So the only hope that we have now is the fifth model. And don't forget, the model 2 actually meet up with the analysis, and the model 3 actually meet up with the analysis. The only thing that we need now is that we need just one more model to validate this particular game as straight winning, and that is model 5. And what is the model 5 all about? Don't forget, let me complete this particular model 4 for you. If you check the last 10 games and you notice that the home team actually had less than 2 losses, then you are good to go. But you also need to check for the away team also. The away team must also have more than 4 losses in their last 10 games. As you guys can see, this is 4 losses already, and another extra loss here. So this particular section, this particular model, this particular analysis has failed it. Alright, so moving on to the model 5, and this is what I called momentum form model. So what is the goal of this particular model, the fifth model? You need to focus on the team with the stronger recent run, and we are only dealing with the last 5 games here, the last 5 games of the home team and the last 5 games of the away team. So we are going to check the last 5 matches inside the last 10 games. The team that we are actually supporting must have at least 3 wins from their last 5 games, and the opponent, which happens to be the underdog, must have 1 win or less from the last 5 games. Alright, so checking the last 5 games of this particular game, don't forget I said that in their last 5 games they must have at least 3 wins, and in the current last 5 games that we have here, this particular home team only had just 2 winnings. So this particular model, the analysis on this particular model failed. So we only have 2 model that meet up with this particular analysis, and that is the only reason why I'm going to skip this particular game. Seriously, if you have any site or app that give you accurate straight winning games, if you apply this particular model on it, you will notice what I'm talking about currently. And as you guys can see the accuracy of this particular game, I do use this particular strategy to pick 100 odds, 300 odds and 1000 odds. So I want you guys to also take note of this, as this particular strategy can actually give you big odds and small odds anyhow. You can use it to get if you accumulate it together, maybe up to like 20 or 30 games, you can surely get something that is very close to 1000 odds. But despite the fact that this particular strategy is really working out so well, you will really enjoy it if you bet on maybe maximum of 4 games per sleep or 5 games per sleep, because currently when it comes to betting, no strategy is 100% accurate, because any game can mess up your sleep, just like this particular sleep that you guys are seeing. But I've tried my best to make sure that I eliminate any form of uncertainty in this particular model. Anything that happens naturally. Alright, so this particular strategy is really working out so well, and for the games that we just do our analysis on, and at the end of the day we are unable to get what we actually want from this particular game. The analysis I did is for us to, because if you check very well, you can see the odd 1.26 odd. I have seen a game that the bookmakers, they were allocating 1.05 odd on it, and they lost to a team that the bookmakers that they were allocating 22 odds on. So I will show you guys that particular game when I'm done with this particular analysis. So for the fifth model, as I said earlier, that it is momentum form, and you need to check the favorite team to win last 5 games, and they must win at least 3 out of it. But unfortunately, this particular game, the favorite team to win, they only won just 2 games. And don't forget, another thing that you need to look into in this particular fifth model is that the opponent, which happens to be the underdog, must not have more than 2 games won in their last 5 games. For example, this particular away team, you can see that the away team they had 2 games won in their last 5 games. They lost 3 and they won 2. So it must not be 2. It must not be more than 1. Just 1 for the underdog. Then you are good to go. So I'm going to show you guys example of a game, a particular game that actually meet up with all these particular 3 models. So let me check. So when you are familiar with this particular strategy, it will be very easy for you. So I'll just quickly do the summary without repeating myself with the explanation again. So the game that I was talking about, that the bookmakers, they were allocating 1.05 odds to, and despite the fact that they were allocating 1.05 odds to them, they lost that particular game. This happens to be the game, the New Saints against Cardiff Metropolitan. This particular game, the home team, I'm actually expecting the home team to actually win this particular game, because if you check the form of the home team here, you can see that the home team, I think in their last 10 games, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think up to like their last 13 or 14 games, they didn't draw or lose. So they were just winning. And unfortunately, with this particular team, despite the fact that the bookmakers, they were allocating 1.05 odd, the highest bookmaker that was allocating that was allocating a very big odds to them was I think Betano. They allocated 1.09 to them, and unfortunately, despite the fact that they have this ridiculous odd, they lost. They were losing like 2-0 down until 55 minutes, that they scored like 2 games back to back, and 90 plus 3, they lost the game. So that's how sport betting can be for you. So I'm going to show you guys the reason why this particular game, the current game that they want to play against Flint, happens to be a perfect game for straight winning for this particular team, even though the bookmakers are currently allocating 1.28 odd for them. And if you guys check earlier, the bookmakers, they were allocating 1.26 odd for the other game that we just did our analysis on. Actually, that particular game can end up winning, but we are just using this particular model to eliminate uncertainty in sport betting, or anything that can actually cost us our sleep. So don't forget, when we talk about the 5 models, I said the win rate, which happens to be the first model, that the favorite team to win must have at least 6 wins in 6 or more in their last 10 games. And for this particular game, it is obvious that this particular team, they are currently having 9/10 winning in their last 10 games against other opponents. And for the home team, don't forget I told you guys that they must not have more than 4 winnings in their last 10 games. And we have the home team results here. I think they had just 3 winnings in their last 10 games. Alright, so they only had just 3 winnings in their last 10 games. You can see that this particular strategy is very, very simple. So for model 1, we are good to go. And for model 2, that one deals with evaluating the home or away strength. So we are going to check the away strength of the away team, that is TNS, the New Saints. We are going to check their last 10 away games. At least if they are able to win more than 5, then we are good to go. And the away and the home team, which happens to be the current underdog, they must not have more than 3. So let's see. So these are the games that the away team played away. So this is 4, they won the 4, and already we have 5 and 6, so we are good to go. And let us check the home team. They must not have up to like 3. They must not have up to 3 winning in their last 10 home games. So for the home team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so I'm going to count now. Alright, so the home team actually they are currently having more than 3 winnings in their last 10 home games. They are currently having 4. So for the model 2, this particular analysis, this particular start failed. And don't forget, I said that at least 3 out of the 5 model, the analysis must meet up with 3. Now model 2 failed for this particular analysis, and the next model is where we are going to talk about the goal difference. Now we can see that the away team rather is having a very good goal difference by scoring 48 goals and conceding just 15, and the away team, they scored 27 goals and conceded 33, and that is like -6 for us. So for the model 3, that one deals with goal difference, we are good to go. So currently this particular start meet up with 2 models already, so we just need one more model that within between model 4 and model 5. This one of these must meet up so that we can validate these particular games as straight winning. So the model 4, in model 4 we are going to check the last 10 games. The strong team, that is the favorite team to win, must have less than 2 losses. So automatic for the away team that we have here, they are currently having less than 2 losses in their last 10 games. And for the home team, that is the underdog, they must have more than 4 losses in their last 10 games. So let me check. Alright, so this particular home team, which happens to be the underdog, they are currently having more than 4 losses in their last 10 games. So we've achieved what we actually want, that is getting at least 3 models that meet up out of this particular last 5 models. And if we are to check the 5th model, that one deals with momentum form, and we are going to check the last 5 games alone. And the weak team, which happens to be the underdog, must not have more than 1 winning in their last 5 games. And unfortunately, I think this particular analysis failed with the 5th model, because they had 2 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses. But for the away team, we are expecting them to have at least more than 3. Despite the fact that the away team had more than 3 in their last 5 games, for the fact that the home team actually won more than 1, the 5th model spoil. And so far we are able to get our 3 model correctly out of this particular start: the first model, the goal difference model, and the consistency model, that is a model 4. We are good to go with these particular games as straight winning. So if anything happen in this particular game, just let us see it as maybe that's how the sports games is. Alright, so if you have any question regarding to this particular strategy, please kindly drop it in the comment section. And if you want to access most of our tips, our Telegram platform, you can join our Telegram channel. You are going to find the group channel link in the comment section and also in the video description. And regarding to our private circle groups, you are going to find the group link in the comment section and also in the video description. So see you guys in the next video, whereby we are going to be dropping more tips and updates on strategies for you. See you guys. Bye bye.